I seriously don't feel like recording. I take that back. I feel like recording, but I do not have the time for the editing. But I thought, just go ahead and make it quick. But that's like almost impossible in my world. But maybe I can keep it quick. I had to come out. I hope that I got what I came out for. Yes, I did. I was like, did I need milk? I don't think I need milk yet, but I can come out for milk. I'm at that point where I'm traveling a week from tomorrow, and I don't want a lot of stuff. I'll have to have room in the freezer to freeze things because I don't want stuff in the refrigerator while I'm gone. So I have to start planning my mother's meals and all that stuff. But I had to come out for ground beef. And for the first time since I have been shopping here, actually, well, I mean, I've shopped here off and on throughout my life, but since I went all meat, this is when I really started shopping here. So like over 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago. I do remember that the ground beef at times was $2.89 and then $2.99, and it has been consistent at $2.99. But it went up to $3.29. So that's 30 cents extra per pound. But it's so worth it. And it's still cheap compared to the prices of ground beef in the other stores. And it's not like this shit. Best shit around. And when I mean shit, I mean delicious ground beef. So I noticed they put only 9 pounds in the bag. I didn't move my car. I usually do, so people can park. Look, I'm always like so fond of my ground beef. It's like I'm holding a big baby. I noticed. Oh, anyway. So yeah, I was starting to say I didn't move, so people can be walking in front of me or even behind me. 9 pounds instead of 10, because see, they don't want people to have sticker shock for the price. They'll creep up to 10 pounds after a while. Unless they just stay with 9 pounds. I don't know. I don't care. It's the best ground beef in the world, and I'm eating it. Why am I just putting that there? It has to go in a bag. Because I need handles on a bag. Because that's the way I like to work. I need handles. I need a handle on life. And then I got my mother some hot dog rolls because she has some hot dogs in the freezer, and I asked her if she would like some hot dog rolls. She said she might not have a hot dog for dinner tonight, but she wants it for lunch tomorrow. So hot dog rolls, $1.49. It's expensive, but convenience. And then this is what I feel like eating later. Don't look if you don't like innards. This is chicken hearts, $1.69 per pound. I paid $2.99 for this package, and I just boil them and simmer them. You know, you can put some onions and whatever you want in there, but I know a lot of people fry. Well, a lot of people fry the livers, but I think there are people who fry the hearts too. We've always just simmered them. They get nice and tender, and I do love very much. And then I got, and I didn't know if I should take the smallest one or the biggest one. I didn't care for the biggest one because it had a really big bone. I thought I'd try it. It's just a T-bone steak. It might have different names in different parts of the country, and this was the smallest one. It had the smallest bone, and it was normally $6.99 per pound. However, sometimes it's like $10.99 per pound, and this was on sale last week, $6.99, and now this one has been reduced to $4.99, so I ended up paying $5.81, which is still, to me, a lot for a steak. But I told my mother, one of these times when I find a sale on like a T-bone, I will pick it up and cook it, and we can share it, and we can eat it with other meat, like the ground beef. So this is a T-bone. Whoops. Yum yummers. I just hope I don't fuck it up cooking it. I want it to be nice and tender, not overcooked. And that's what I got, folks. Huh? Is it worth me doing a video so far? Are you enjoying this? Get back up here. Bread goes back in the bag. Woo! So we have had some shitty-ass weather going on. It snowed, was it yesterday, the first day that I woke up to snow? Or was it Sunday? I think it was yesterday. Oh, it's been a long week already. And it was really icy. Snow and rain and freezing rain, and it's just messy. And I had to go out for an appointment, and I cleaned my car off like 2 hours before it just so I could get that done. And then when I went out for my appointment, I had to do it again. So I'm glad I did it before because it wasn't as much to do. Sometimes it'll just freeze in big chunks, and it's hard to get it off your car. But then after my appointment, the sidewalks were very slippery, and I imagined myself falling on my ass, which I have done at times, and I was so petrified. I was like, oh my God, it's like all pure ice on sidewalks. And I was very, very slowly taking little baby steps to get to my car, and I had to park kind of far because it's on Main Street and there was no parking for the office, so I had to go park in a parking lot. Anyway, I made it. I made it without falling down boom boom on bum bum. I was okay. And it's supposed to be shitty again tomorrow, and I have an 8 a.m. appointment. You know how much I hate that, don't you? It's going to keep me up all night. I'm just so glad that I am not having an early morning flight to go see Derek and Skylar. I think I'm almost going to have to always refuse those flights. In Portland, that's almost all I can ever get. And if I have to have an early one in Portland, then I'm going to fly out of Manchester if I can get a later flight there. Now this trip, I do believe I'm flying out of Portland. That's what I think I'm scheduled for. I will have to look, won't I? So here's the deal. I had 10 penny auctions ready to go up tonight, and then it dawned on me. And I worked on that all day. I have other things I needed to do, but I worked on that because I was like, I want those auctions up. And then I was like, oh my God, they would end on Tuesday and I leave on Wednesday. So I couldn't do that because I don't want auctions ending the day before I leave because not everybody pays right away. And I just don't even want to be doing packages the night before I go. And I don't want to be taking things with me in case somebody pays later. None of that shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list those so that they'll end like the night after I get back, or maybe the 2 nights after I get back, around there somewhere. So they'll be up and running while I'm on vacation. I use the term loosely. And then I might do another batch, get another batch ready for 4 days after. So when I get home, I'm not like, oh my God, I have to hurry up and do that. I would be ready. It would be ready for me. So no penny auctions for right now, but I do have some if you want to go see them. The link is always in the description of my videos. So go check it out. I am Darlene Michaud on eBay. Isn't that amazing? That's my name. It'll be the first time that I shut down my eBay store, which is the reason I got a store. So when I travel, instead of deleting all the listings and then relisting them when I get back, and not only is that a hassle, but it counts as a new listing and you're only allotted so many free listings per month on eBay. I'm supposed to not have to do that. I can just, like, you know, it's like putting a sign on the store door. Gone fishing. You know, I'm supposed to be able to just shut the store down while I'm gone. I'm hoping it puts a description or something, and then when I get back, I just open the store again. So, and everything's there. So that'll be cool. So if you've been watching something you like in the store, the Buy It Now listings, go ahead and buy it now, or you won't be able to get it until after my trip, because I will be shutting that down probably a day or 2 before my trip, because, you know, at the last minute like that, I don't want to be packing orders. I just want to be free from that. I don't know if I'll be recording or not on my way to Memphis. Lately, I do not record on the way home. So if I record at all, it would be on my way there. And I may, if the conditions are right. You know, I can't always record in the plane because sometimes it's just, you know, 3 people and we're cramped. But I could try, because I'm getting there Wednesday night and Skylar is going to school Thursday. I decided to go a day earlier so that I can have that one day to just relax, wake up and just, you know, have coffee, and I would have time to edit whatever video I recorded. So I might try that. And then, you know, and then I'm going to be able to go to her school, her new school, since they moved. I haven't seen this school yet. So on Thursday, I'll be going with Derek to pick her up, and just all happy about that. She is just so excited, so incredibly excited. And I have so many things, again, that I want us to do. It's going to be all like, you know, go, go, go. And she's all about that. I'm the one that wears out. I just can't believe this trip is right around the corner. It just, like, came quick. It's only like 2 months since I've been there, so it is quick. The next time I go will be to pick her up to bring her back in, hopefully, June. I think I usually get her at the end of June, because I always have her for the 4th of July, except for 1 year I didn't have her at that time. But, and I think that was the year that they were canceled, or on a different day it rained or something, so it was like the fireworks knew, Skylar's not here, so we're not doing this shit. Not without her. So summer, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, because it doesn't feel at all like even spring. It feels like a blistery cold winter day. Look, sweatshirt. You know, it's funny, I can be without a sweatshirt all winter, but once we have a couple of nice days that's a little bit warm, when it goes back to cold, it's like all of a sudden I'm freezing and I can't take it. And my hands are like ice cubes. They're frozen. Cold. Yeah, as for like crafting things, you can tell I haven't been getting any of that done because I've just been really busy with other things. That's all there is to it. I would love to be able to do some other kinds of videos, but right now it's going to be busy. I have a feeling I am going to be extremely busy from now until maybe early fall. There's a lot of bullshit going on, and I have to take care of those things, and I have to make it a priority, or, you know, my life is going to fall apart. So I do have to actually try to, you know, take care of life things every now and then. And that's when I would love the most to just throw myself into recording and just forget that life exists, life issues. But they do exist, and I am forced to face that fact and try to manage things the best that I can. And sadly, my public videos are what suffers. Oh my God, you guys. I know a lot of you don't like it when I talk about the fan-funded, and when I say fan-funded, Patreon videos, and for YouTube members also. It's the same video, it just goes to those 2 different platforms, and it's unlisted, so it only goes to those 2 platforms. I read a scam email again. I think that might have been just yesterday. I can't even remember at all. But the funny thing is that I had gotten a scam email a while back. I think it was at the beginning of this year, and I had read that on camera. And I knew it was funny, and I got pretty much almost the same scam email again, and I thought I'll just read it again without having watched the previous video. And reading it again, it was a little different, and it made me laugh, but I told everybody, make sure you go watch the first one, because I think it was funnier. And then after that was all done, I myself ended up going to watch the first one, and I fucking laughed throughout that video at me laughing. I mean, it was just, it's the craziest email. So, you know, I know some of you think, oh, well, I get to miss all those things. You don't have to miss it. You can always hop on board. It's worth it. It's worth the $5 per month to get 20 videos per month. And I can't promise that always. I always want to tell people that, because I never know, you know, what can happen. But, you know, I know some of you just you just despise the idea that I do that. And I try to explain to people, it's like if I was putting on a show on a stage, and I was a comedian, and I was saying, you know, I'm going to have a show at the Portland Civic Center, and this is what it costs to get in. I don't even know if the Portland Civic Center still exists. That's where we used to have concerts. That was after the Portland Expo. That was the place when I was a kid, the Expo, and then the Civic Center. And I don't know if that still runs. I just don't know. So, you know, it's just a paid show. It's the same kind of thing. But I do get a lot of grief about that, and you know, I don't know. People are just weird. Just because they can't see it, they don't want others to, and they're mad that that exists. And it's like, well, you know, you can listen to music on the radio, but if you want to see the concert, you have to pay for that. You can't be mad at the band and say, why are you doing that? I don't want to pay to hear you guys and to watch you guys in person. I don't want that. I want you to just play on the radio where I can always hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right. I don't know what else to talk about, and this is already way longer than I wanted it to be. And I'm not going to do a premiere because I just don't have time to actually sit and watch this with the others. So I will do a premiere another time, but right now I'm just too, I just don't have the time. I got stuff I have to take care of at home. All right, thank you so much. I'm so cold. It's just so cold. I don't know what you're going to get next, but I will still be recording even if it's going to bore you or piss you off. I do both those things well. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.